and the content of movies. Again, morality down the drain. What happened to society?
It's funny you should say that, because one of the we have the Turner Classic Network, and of course, and they run, you know, the 30s and 40s, and it's, you know, Jimmy Stewart and John Wayne and Fred Astaire. I mean, it's class stuff, and really, you don't. Although I saw Trump met with Kanye West the other day, so I don't know what that meant, but it's, yeah, it's.
But you know what? Speaking about films from years ago, you couldn't tell who did it in a lot of those old movies. It was somebody you not only least suspected, but somebody that seemed like, no, they couldn't have done it. But then as it unfolded, you say, why that rat, or whatever. Yeah. And the plots were tremendous. The writing was absolutely.
I'm thinking of Citizen Kane. You know,
Yeah.
Rosebud. What is Rosebud?
Yeah. In other words, the writers had real ability. Today, I could sit and watch almost all of these films. You already know what the next scene is going to be. It's the same old junk, drugs, car crashes.
I'm trying. What was the? I'm trying. And we should answer this question too. I'm trying to. What was the last good movie we saw? I'm trying to think.
It's a hard thing to answer, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh God, I saw Argo a couple of years ago. That was, but I can't think. I really can't think of the last really. A movie that grabbed me.
That's right. And see, you just said the truth. That's why I'm doing this new network. You said it perfectly. You can't think of the last really good movie that grabbed you, because there's no lasting impression from most of it.
I'd have to say mine goes back a little ways. It has to be Beaches.
Beaches, Bette Midler.
Yeah.
I heard that was good. I mean, Ted 2 was hysterical.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, there's, you know, I yuck it up for an hour and a half, then I'm out of the theater, and that's it. But something like Citizen Kane or Argo, or I really can't think of anything else.
John, did you receive a lot of negativity in your endeavor?
No, no, pardon me. No, actually, it's been extremely positive. And I always think back to when I did start and where I am now. And when I'm in New York sometimes, somebody will come up to me and they'll say, do you have any books in your trunk?
Really?
Yeah, that's happened to me quite a number of times.
Very cool. And do you?
Yes.
All right.
I have them there. Would you sign it for me? I said, sure I would, right? And I'd sign that book. So it's been really rewarding, and I have absolutely no negativity with the book whatsoever.
Good.
Yeah, it's been very successful, and the big yardstick I use is when people come back to me from the first book signing I did, and they're still coming back to me and ordering the book. That's the mark that I look for, and that's what I wanted to achieve.
What about negativity to writing the book, the idea when you had the book, in that process before the book was finished?
Okay, meaning like pitfalls?
Were people
and things?
discouraging? Were they jealous? Were they mean? Or were they supportive?
You know,
or
I was slow on the draw on this. Some people were jealous. And see, I'm not that way at all. If you fellas wrote a book, I'd come over and say, this is fantastic. I really liked what you did. And it's just great.
So you wouldn't see us as a threat?
No.
But when you wrote this book, other people saw it as a threat?
Yeah, some people had looked at me as a threat. Or in broadcasting, it was like that years ago when you worked for different stations.
Yeah.
That was something. And of course, I'm so unlike that my mind doesn't think that way. But there are ego problems that you do encounter with people. And I thank God I have no egos, and I don't want them. I don't want anything to do with that, and I am highly inclusive with all the people on my team, and I put them in the limelight. Like if I was interviewing you two, I'd be telling everybody all about you, not very much about me.
I had an opportunity to take part in Wallingford Community Theater, and it's just a story because it's a great story she tells. And I want to give a shout out to Mary Ellen Kingsley Eccles,
our good friend, yes.
who was the director. And I had never been involved in theater before, but I had heard about, you know, the egos, the head cases, the stars, and Mary Ellen says, there's nothing like that in my theater. And she had a great line. She goes, in our theater group, all the drama is on the stage, and that's it.
That's a
Nothing-
good-
which I thought was a great line.
Good line.
That is good. It's sad that jealousy is a strange thing, and pride, it's not a good thing at all. What I like about the three of you, I'm good at sizing people up, if I do say so myself. You're the most unpretentious people, and you're the real deal, and it's great. You know, it's great to be with you.
Well, I think when it stops being
Yeah.
fun, I mean, we've been doing
Yeah.
this for God, before I turned gray, so. you
I've
know.
been doing
Was that
it now.
20 minutes ago?
Yeah.
I've been doing it now for 23 years
Yeah.
in January.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well, and it's always been fun. It's like running. Running's fun too. When it stops being fun, you know what, then you stop. But it's still fun.
You joined me, what, in 2005?
2007, I think.
Was it
Yeah.
7? I was trying to remember when you and John ended your stint on Wednesday Night Live.
Actually, that might have been 2004. Actually, it was 2000. We did a public access show with John Sullivan.
Right now a town councilor.
Yep. 1998 to 2004, we did a weekly show. It was a lot of work, and a lot of, you know, we would have local politicians, store owners, you know, local public figures, high school coaches and things like that. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work, because as you know, and as you know,
I was up there quite a bit.
everything was in the preparation. You know, do
And-
your homework,
And
get your
John,
questions.
was a stickler for preparation. I remember that was one of the pluses of him working for the phone company also. I remember one night you guys were ready to go live and there was an issue with the phone system. I remember John scribbling around trying to get everything fixed.
Yeah, John works for the phone company, so yeah, we lost our microphone.
Yeah.
I mean, our call.
Yeah.
We were a call-in show, so we thought we were dead. So.
Now, you must have been employed with SNET at one
Yes,
time.
yes.
Yes.
Right. I had a very interesting experience one day receiving a phone call from what I believe is the New Haven main office. Was that where it was centrally located?
There wasn't I was in the repair office in Meriden, but there were main offices or corporate offices in New Haven.
Okay, that's what I meant to say,
Okay.
a corporate office.
Okay.
Anyway, I got a phone call one day, and I answered and said hello, and they asked, is this so-and-so, meaning me? And I said, yes. They said, well, this is Southern New England Telephone, and you will not have to pay your bill this month. I responded, gee, that's terrific. What did I win? And the answer was that we don't know how it's happening or who's doing it. We have 3 phone detectives working on it now, but no one could have made all of the calls attributed to your line. I said, really? I said, well, are you sure of this? She said, oh yeah, they're made literally around the clock, Hawaii, Maine, everywhere. I said, keep saying more about it. Can you give me a little more information and whatnot? What it came down to was I had made all of those calls.
Oh, you did?
So I said, well, I hate to bust my own bubble, but I'm going to have to pay the bill because they're legitimate calls. She said, they can be. She once again reiterated, you won't have to pay that bill. So,
Wow.
That's
I've got. Do we have time for one funny story?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is in repair. We had one lady that would call up and she said, you know, her dog was in the basement, but she was upstairs. But when the phone would ring, the dog would just unceasingly bark, and couldn't understand why. You know, she'd pick it up on the first ring, but the dog would still bark, and so we sent someone out to check it out. And what had happened was there was an old wire downstairs that this woman, I guess, had decided to use as a leash, and it was an extra phone wire, and it still was live. So when the phone came in, that little bit of juice that came within the phone jolted the dog.
3 volts, right?
Oh my God.
Yes.
3 volts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my God.
and the dog would bark. That's what they figured out it was. So.
Oh my God. If I can just take a moment, I want to do a little shameless plug.
Sure.
I want to remind everybody that tonight on TalkShoe.com at 8 p.m., please tune in to the Top Rope Report with Mr. Trivia, Mike Canada, and the Nugster Greg, as they'll be having their prediction show for this Sunday's Roadblock pay-per-view on the WWE Network. And you may hear some predictions from certain hosts here.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, we'll be sure and tune in at talkshoe.com.
I already talked to the illustrious Mr. Trivia this afternoon and gave him my predictions.
All right, excellent, excellent. So, did you give him your football predictions? So,
Oh, he already knows.
The fish are going to get squished.
He already knows
so.
the fish are going to destroy the Jets on Saturday.
I understand there's a special at American Steam Cheeseburgers. It'll be roasted dolphin on Saturday night.
I don't think so.
All right.
John, is there anything you'd like to add that we didn't touch on?
Just to say thank you to both of you very much, and to our fine host over there. We have 2 Toms and 1 Ed.
Right.
And thank you both so much for a great time. It was
Thank
lots of
you,
fun.
thank you.
And it's really good.
We want to thank you for joining us. And as I said, our next show in January, we didn't schedule a date yet because I want to give us enough time to get people involved for our anniversary show in January.
Okay.
And as I stated earlier, if you'd like to send well wishes or congratulations to the show, you can fax them to Tom here at American Steamed at 203-294-8881. This way he'll have the faxes and we won't know anything until the show airs that night.
Nice.
So I want to thank everybody for joining us. Ed,
Thank you. Thank you. Again, sorry I was late. John, sorry I was late.
John, thank you. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Same here.
Once again, give a quick plug for the book.
Is Johnny America Presents Charles Chicken and the Chicken Joke Yoke Book, written by our own John T. Watkins. Get it.
Thank you for
Help make reading great again.
Thank you for joining us, and good night, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Good night.